What's up, everybody? It's Aman here. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today's video, you see by the title, this is going to be the top 10 most powerful Overwatch members. And just to make this clear, I want to make a few things, because I see a few things clear, but I want to make stuff very clear, because it's very important to me, and it's subject matter that is very complicated. Very comes to what we're going to be doing here is one, I hope you guys have been having a great entire year as the moment. I know that 2020 has not been the best year, and I have some plans ready this when it comes to New Year's and different things. Life has been going good and your day's going good in general. But the things that are mainly important to this scenario, which I'm not saying that that's not important or anything, is I worked very hard on this, got a lot of footage, got a lot of research, and as to make this clear, this is my opinion. If you do not agree with me, that is fine. I have my reasons for I believe all of this. If you want to debate me on what is wrong and this and this and this, we can have a debate. We can meet somewhere, have a PSN, Instagram, whatever. Do it peacefully. It's all good. We all disagree, and that's perfectly fine. But just be peaceful in the comments about it. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want. And just to make this clear, because you guys understand what this list is about, when I mean Overwatch members, I mean actually the Overwatch team in the lore of Overwatch. The Overwatch team that I'm using is the Overwatch team of this current time between Overwatch 1 at the end status and Overwatch 2. And this is pretty much just the team that makes the most sense from a realistic standpoint of power and generation. Now, some of these characters are debatable to be members or to actually just be fully in Overwatch, but there are a lot of characters in this that are in Overwatch for a fact, and some of these characters might just be out of commission and doing some other stuff, but it is very debatable how you see it and all that. So I just want to make that all clear and make sure you guys get that and make sure there's no interruptions. I also hope I'm not lagging or anything because I kind of had a problem with my mic, but I hope I'm all good and all that, and it's going to get it in. So it's Brigitte to see on the footage on the screen. You guys see the footage, just breathe. Not like, I almost said breathe. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and correct myself there. Alright, sorry, what I was trying to say is that on the screen you see the footage of Brigitte and seeing what she can do, but I'm going to explain more things I like about her and why I think she is a very powerful asset to Overwatch and also why she is just number 10 in general. As always, everything that I do involving these top 10s, but also in a contrasting narrative of why she stays all the way in the back. Okay, so the reason why I believe Brigitte is here and why she is a kid. One member of Overwatch is one of engineering. She's very smart, and everyone would not go back to Overwatch like that. She would be very capable and very excellent at what she does. As a sidekick student to Reinhardt, which both of those things kind of go hand in hand. And I hope I'm saying that right because it sounded like I was saying those, but I'm saying those. But either way, as a sidekick or student, she has been mentoring herself to do better, creating armor for people, helping them, being a shieldman like warrior, never giving up, kind spirit, being a hero for Overwatch, and doing a lot of things that are versatile to a lot of presidential type of scenarios. And when it comes to her and Reinhardt as a team, and with the other members, she has a shield like her godfather, but it's a little bit more cerebral to these situations, that she's able to do a lot of things that most characters wouldn't be able to do with defense. She's able to get between crowds, is able to move and create space with her whip-like weapon, and she is a very capable warrior in this scenario, like I said before. But in general, she's just there for the team, and she's very dope. And I like her character, and I'm not gonna lie, kind of got a crush on her, but again, character it is what it is. But besides that, that's the reason why I have her at number 10. Next character is Anna. Anna's a very dope character to me as well. Legit mercenary in a way, so assassin. I want to wait to do things for her team, but at the same time had to basically give up on life that she had for her daughter, and kind of for different selfish reasons that didn't really apply with the reason that she said she wanted to have it be. but at the same time, she isn't a bad person because of that. But I feel like there are too many instances that apply as, oh, I just kind of wanted to stay low because of kind of some punishment that's going to happen to her. And it doesn't involve her eye, but she isn't a bad person. That doesn't really stay away from what she can do. She's very experienced, great medic when it comes to her team. She has a lot of assets and abilities that can help out everybody and do great. And she's able to basically muster in the greatest cash abilities and use them to fullest extent in combat. Is a great sniper, even though she lost her out of Widowmaker. She's still very capable. Is able to get out between areas and is able to stick to a very central type position of combat and versatility and not really give up on the mission. You feel me? She is very strict on what she wants to do, and she will not give up until the mission is done. And with her nano boost is able to help out over comrades. And when it comes to a strongest member on the Overwatch team and in general, this will be a great asset of power for the big man. But that's pretty much the reason for Anna, and reasons and type of, but also saying why I believe this is the case. So I just want to make that clear. Number 8 is McCree. It's noon. McCree is very versatile and is I put him a little bit more against Anna is one he's not experienced but a little bit more versatile for age and a little bit more things show abilities and is a lot more through some areas position, and he is a lot more of a marksman and shooter and can do a lot more things that are just more of a clearable extent of what he can do. Now, I do not think McCree outshines Anna all exactly, but he is a little bit more better than her in my opinion. And in general, that's the reason for McCree. And with his durability and marksmanship, with his robotic hand, he's able to do a lot to help him out and restrict people from taking him out just like that. But he does some restrictions to other characters or technology and other things, and kind of just has a more down spiral type of touch on things, but isn't bad or anything like that. And one of his weaknesses is his personality. He can be very laid back in situations, but he is serious when he needs to, and does not take crap when it's time, and is very compassionate for his teammates to be there to the very end, I feel like. Next we have Lucia, number 7. Lucia has never really been stated to be a full-on member of Overwatch, but has teamed up with them in Overwatch 2, and realistically would be a member of Overwatch if he got the chance, in my opinion, and help him out a lot more when it comes to street crowd, fans, and help out people. And Lucia is a very capable hero in his own way, and even if he wouldn't join Overwatch, he is a very versatile vigilante slash full-on superhero. With Lucio's technology and what he can do, he's a music speedster in his own way, is able to help out his teammates, is fast, he can get in between obstacles of the rest of his opponents, and people will get away from him. And at the same time, it's not really something that is a big obstacle course for him, but he can't really get past, like, how should I say this? Like, unseeable type of obstacles of defense. A lot of big crowds are hard for Lucio to get all of the way in. But people are in his way in general. He's able to bounce back what is called shockwave, and what he does isn't just like from music or something like that. Is actually on shockwaves and is a lot more different, and it's not something that he can't really take care of or bash out of. But it's just something that could be weightless to him. He's able to skate on walls. He's very fast, and he can do a lot of different things that are very optional and very creative. He's a very creative person, and he's not someone that would be easy to let down, and he's very excited and very generous, and I was very, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but pretty much he has a lot of generosity capabilities and central type of bashing points that set him aside from a lot of other characters. Like, I'm saying that as bashing points as a like type of bias, unacceptable type of way of doing things. And I hope I'm not talking too fast, but if I would say something to maybe make it a little more like simple and more like not exaggerable, but just as complicated as I can to set them apart. I'll say bashing points are bad things, obviously, and very uplifted type of points would just be obviously good. But for Lucio, if you want to put that in the same category, has all of this and a few other things is that obviously he's more versatile. He's younger than the others, a lot more experience in very big areas, I would say, and most importantly, has a crowd implementable type of scenery. You know, is just a beast. You know, I mean, with his technology, he can do a lot of things, and doesn't really play around when he gets in a groove. You know, but that's for Lucio. Number 6 is pretty much the vision of Overwatch. When it comes to Echo, she's able to do a lot of things from flight, technological cloning, is able to take powers from people, use them to her will. She's able to use them creatively, versatile. She can do a lot of things, and most of the other Overwatch members I said before can't. And I can go on and on. She has virtual blasts, explosions, kind of camouflage. For the research that I have, she is very smart, taking a lot of skills from the doctor who made her, and is a very creative sentient being, and is able to master different things if she takes in the knowledge and skills and things that are crafted and basically schemated into everything, you know. So to make this more of a better example, they were on a mission where I had to get a bunch of intel. Echo could be the main computer that sets so apart and is, if not the smartest, Omnic-like character in the Overwatch universe. And if anything, is the most smartest character, really, because of everything that's been shown and ultimately calculated. And she is at least, depending on how you see it, the 6th, or if not one of the most powerful heroes in the Overwatch universe. And yeah, she's pretty dope. And when it comes to what she can do involving the team besides just knowledge, intellectual skills, just when it comes to fighting, she can do a bunch of things. She's very durable, and when it came to Overwatch 2 and everything was shown there, she was able to do a lot of things. Let me think about this, because it's not better than most. It's pretty simple and down to a colossal area, central type of graphing point for a character, and it brings up points on this how she is with shit. But it's more of a colossal impetrative type of form of combat. She's able to open up space. She's able to crowd around people and move faster than others. And I would say in general, she is faster than the fastest jet plane on Earth. And she has been arguably comfortably scaled and questionably has insensible heights to possibly make her hypersonic. If you think more about it, as if we basically use the game mechanics and compose how she's able to switch between people and take in the technology, do things like that, she could really be able to have different systems and oppose their abilities and do what Sombra does, but more exaggerably better, because like Sombra, what she does is very creative and very detailed, but Echo will be able to basically on what you do be her own type of setting point for how you do it. And I think that makes a lot of sense, and I'm hoping that you guys get that. If you don't, she can just take your abilities and make it her own, but actually make it her own. Like, actually do definition. Like, they'll be very more creative and more exaggeratedly potent, you know? Like, they're not gonna be small, they're not gonna be out of touch, they're not going to be a bashful sight on things. They're going to be what they need to be. But at the same time, she's just gonna have a little bit more of understanding. She can put them to the fullest potential, you know. It's bad. I'm not saying it can't work. I would just say Echo is just at a very high point of abilities that can basically outmatch and overwhelm and very possibly just take out most of all the characters in Overwatch in a full scale type of battle. And when it comes to missions, she'll be one of the main powerhouses in adaptive versatility. And yeah, And she is a natural fighter in general when it comes to her being omnic and a little weapon to most of the people that she's fighting. She cannot be taken out by most of them, and yeah, and she doesn't need to breathe, sleep, and I don't think she needs to be powered up exactly, kind of like on such a height of things. But at the same time, she's not a slacker in any way. She can keep her distance when she needs to. Isn't a super bad person when it comes to just grinding areas and all that. We're gonna move on from that. I'll talk about her for a lot. Number 5 we have is May. And by the time I'm recording this, it is kind of late. It is, let me see, 8:14. The move back to May, like I was saying before, May is very smart. It's half almost smartest member of Overwatch, in my opinion. And with freezing abilities and basically handing them up their technology, he's very capable with them. Making ice blocks, able to freeze people close to maximum. Because the thing about it is that if you basically scale her freezing abilities to a natural type of sense of capabilities and basically accentuate all of the power has been shown, she's able to freeze people over frostbite and possibly to maximum cold 0. Because the thing is, with maximum 0, you're basically implying and reciprocating a besting point of cold temperatures onto a person that freezes their entire body, right? You can do that, but we're saying when she freezes them to be able to unthaw their body entirely, freezing to the point where their body is able to completely spectrate itself back to its normal form, meaning their veins frozen, they cannot move good, they're not a capable spot to live, and they would just be out of commission. They're dead, nothing else to it. They're just done forever. But at the same time, I feel like May in general wouldn't do that, but she has possibilities of doing that, especially with Snowball and other things along that. But she's just very dangerous and terrifying depending on the people she fights, and has a lot of abilities, but her compassion and her very kind attitude puts her back. But she will not take you down unless you want her to, and in general when she needs to. But she tries to do things a lot more realistic to her personality and for what needs to be exactly central to the situation. But it's not like she's not gonna do something when she needs to or she can't, you know. It's just like something that can be equated to right and wrong. And she is not to be fucked with in general in these scenarios, as she can thaw your entire body and make you nothing but liquid and combust you from the inside technically from that, or just break you into pieces, because there's a lot of things she can do, but it's all unimaginable just thinking about it. But in general, May is just very confusing. I had a lot of thinking when I did this, but it's just like, she's May. She's not weak. She just ain't that strong mentally. Because the thing is, I'm not saying everybody I put before her are killers. It's just like, if they were put in a situation where they needed to kill, they could easily do it. And there's no say that they wouldn't. But May has shown many times from her personality and how she is that she's a very kind-spirited, like loving type of person, and doesn't have any servable type of mentions of hate or nothing like that. She doesn't seem to get angry. She's very nervous and is very keen to harm. And when it comes to her durability, besides when she starts making a bunch of ice walls and becoming a water slash petrol bender like Percy Jackson, basically making impenetrable type of understandings of her ice abilities because they cannot be quantifiable, arguably. It can be very distant from what they would normally do or how they can do it. But in general, she's a very dangerous adversary and is not to be fucked with when it comes to other people in the vicinity, or this if they mess with her in general, you feel me? We're gonna move on to the next one, and that is Reinhardt, number 4. Reinhardt, the German general and the shield of Overwatch. As you see it in this footage, it shows able to take a lot and can be broken down, but he's the main tank of the team and does not fuck around. He's very fast and already made a bunch of Ling talked about his abilities, talked about who he is and how he is in combat, so it's going to be pretty short. Reinhardt's just a beast. It's a juggernaut team. Very capable. Very switch and has a lot of experience, but is not a slacker. And is very untactical, depending on how you see it, but at the same time, does have a stereotypical mindset of what to do and is there when he needs his team to help him. And most importantly, he is there when his team needs him, and he'll always be there for him. As he has said before, I will be your shield. And most importantly, honor means a lot to him. He's a very honorable person when it comes to if he would kill people and just take them out and rush in. That's debatable, but he's more in the course of action of like, I'm not gonna kill a criminal or adversary of any, but at the same time, I'm not afraid to crack your body so you won't be a threat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just with the shits. Like, he's all about the action, a colossal figure. That is just how I see Reinhardt. As they say at number 4 because of that. And number 3, we have Genji. Said the same thing about Genji, and I still feel the same way. And Genji is just a beast. He's the ninja of the team. Does not play around. Capable when his own type of matters, and is a person that's able to get out of situations, and is a lot more colossal to the team. And in general, is a very fast adversary, moving possibly myth faster than light. And is also able to make a very inspectorable type of narrative of combat, able to dish out attacks, move faster than the opponent, is able to dish and like type of, I don't know if I'm saying this right, and I feel like I'm about to have a tongue stroke. I'm saying he's able to dish out combat that is very uncertainable to opponent because he's very tricky. He's very fast. He's able to do things most people cannot. So he's able to do things. They're able to basically dish out a more stable point in combat and be very more like knowledgeable depending on the area, and in general is going to be silent, deadly, and very aggressive. You feel me? That's for Genji. Number 2 is Tracer. I don't talk that much about Tracer, and Tracer's a little bit tricky, and I do believe she's arguably second of the most powerful character in Overwatch in general when it comes to her speed and what she can do. She is 25% light in general, and Tracer has been able to keep up with Doomfist in between, even though she got snagged by him. Tracer is capable of auditioning some of his blows, but Doomfist being smart enough to catch her up is still a weakness for her, as she can be cocky and not be very with it, but she's able to take a Widowmaker has been able to harm her and outsmart her, but she's very smart in her own capabilities and uses a lot of speed to overmatch people and overwhelm them. It makes sense. She's a speedster. She is very capable in combat, showing one of the archive animations in general. And she's just out here with the mix, you know. She's able to dodge a lot of things. She's able to basically invert herself in things for bullets, bashes, with characters' armor or anything like that. And realistically could run through almost any character in this game, depending on who they are or what they can do. But at the same time, it's still about clobbering one character that would clobber her if he got his hands on her. Abilities. And for guns, he's able to basically surround different people and close with the same energy as her, and the same type of energy. But at the same time, using a lot of her speed, depending on the combat, could overwhelm her, and she's not to the same extent of power, depending on how you see it. But now we have the number 1 character, the most strongest member of Overwatch, Winston the boy himself. I already talked about Winston a little bit before, but Winston is the Hulk of the team. He is the beast. Literally, he's not fucking around. He will clobber your ass. He's a genetically engineered metahuman gorilla. He's not fuck around. He has super strength without a doubt. He will clobber or do this when he really got it. Even though Winston technically beat the hell out of him in between the fight, because Winston is a very capable fighter in his own way, but isn't as knowledgeable in techniques as Doomfist. He still beat him with the purple punch and was able to overwhelm him with his strength. I feel like I said that right. I don't think I said that wrong. But even with overwhelming, he's still very outclassed depending on speed and techniques and abilities involving just fighting or technology and ability to control type of setting. It's very hard for me to say this, but it's like his abilities are able to scan off on characters that don't have the same type of focus or intentional connection to things. But Winston has been able to track his way out of those situations, take out characters like Doomfist. Is very smart in his own way. Smarter than almost any human in Overwatch, of his evolution of his brain being intellectually incapable to a human comprehension, and most importantly, is a very capable fighter when it comes to a team in general. He's able to fight. I'm not saying that he can't. I'm saying in team scenarios and being a very capable asset to the team, he's able to get situations, able to permeate shield for them, and most importantly, his durable understandings and abilities. He can take a lot of hits and damage. Is very durable, taking hits from Doomfist, gunshots, multiple sets of wounds, and is able to take multiple bullets from characters. And if we go from the game mechanics, he's able to take a lot of dishing power of almost, let's see about a scan, 40.80 kilograms of central metal of technology, and a shockwave that blizzards to arguably breaking an entire skyscraper. So he is a very powerful man slash beast. I mean, in general, if I'm saying he's a man, I'm talking about him just being a dope ass character in general, and Winston's one of my favorite characters, as you guys can tell. But at the same time, this made this clear because I just got back from doing something at the same time. This is new audio. I was kind of lagging in the footage that you're listening to, so I'm sorry for that. My mic's kind of been acting up. I'm hoping it's good. I've been trying to fix it. I hope you guys can hear me straight. I'm really trying to set it up, guys. It means a lot to me. I'm a little bit not in the best mood while saying this game, but all I'm trying to say is that Winston puts a lot of his instincts into his capabilities. It could be a supple force. That's the reason why I put him in number one. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I love you. I appreciate you for tuning in. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. We could debate. That's what you think and all that. Not trying to say that be mean. I just hope you guys enjoy and accept that I think this way and all that. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm very tired. Good night. Peace.